Good morning, students. As we were studying the revision tour of class 11 in last 3 days, we have covered the topic token of programming language Python. Further, today we will start the new topic, which is the data type. Data type is a very important topic in any programming language. Python also has its own varieties of data types. These data types are very important in order to learn a Python programming language. Before going to discuss the data types in the details, first we need to learn the definition of the data types. What actually a data type is. Actually, data types tell the nature of data stored inside the variable or objects. Over here, I want to clarify the thing. The variable and object both are the same thing. You can use these terms interchangeably. That means if I say object, it also refer a variable. Before going to a formal discussion regarding the data types, just look at this picture where I have declared some variables. Also, I have given some values to these variables. If you see the carefully, you will find which type of data is stored inside a variable. For a variable A, I have given the value 10. For the variable B, I have given the value 12.5. For the variable C, I have given a word COMP into the single quote. For variable D, I have given a value 1, 2, 3, but the values are given in the square bracket. For the variable E, I have given the value 1, 2, 3 in the round parenthesis. For variable F, I have given the value 1, 2, 3, but in the curly braces. For the variable G, I have given the value true. For the variable H, I have given a special value which is the 3.5J, and for variable K, I have given a value none. So, if you see carefully, you can easily tell the data type of this variable. The data type of A automatically become integer because A holds the value of type integer, and the data type of B is become a float because it stores a float value. In programming language, any value which has the decimal point, it is known as a floating value or float values. The variable C has stored a word with a single quote, therefore it is a string, and the data type of C automatically become a string. For variable D, because the values are enlisted in a square brackets, therefore the data type of D will become a list. In the similar manner, the data type of E becomes tuple because it has the value in the round parenthesis. In the variable F, values enlisted in a curly braces, therefore the data type of F is a set. The variable G has stored a value true. It is a boolean value, therefore the data type of G will automatically become boolean. The variable H store value 3 plus 5J, which is a complex number, therefore the data type of H automatically become a complex variable. Over here, the variable K has stored nothing, that is none, and that is the special data type in the Python programming language. Therefore, the data type of k is none. So, in formal discussion we will see the data types in the Python programming language. Actually, the Python programming language has a varieties of data types. Some data types is automatically comes within the compiler. That means you no need to install any external package into the Python compiler in order to use the data types. And what are those data types which can be directly used without any package are integer, float, complex, string, list, tuple, dictionary, set, and none. There are also some data types which can be used but after installing of external package, and these data types you can also consider as advanced data type, because before using these data type you must install external package into your Python compiler. Without that particular external package you cannot use these data type. And what are those data type? These are three type of data types, which is the NumPy array, series, and the data frame. In order to use NumPy array you must install a package NumPy, and for the data type series and data frame you must install an external package, that is the pandas. That means for NumPy array you need NumPy package, and for series and data frame you must install a Python pandas package to the compiler. There is another way to categorize these data type into different categories. That means we can also group data types on the basis of their nature. And what is this nature? This nature is the mutable and immutable. Now, before categorizing these data type on the basis of their mutability, let's discuss what is the mutable and what is the immutable. The mutable means the thing can be changed. That means those data types, those variable which whose value can be changed during the runtime of program. And the immutable data types are those data types which cannot change their values during the runtime. Once again I will explain that the mutable data types are those data types which can be changed during the runtime, and immutable data types are those data types which cannot change during the runtime of program. So what are the immutable data types? And these data types are int, float, complex. That means if you declare any variable integer, float, and complex and you change its value, so in the internal or behind the program you change the actual location of any variable. That means suppose you have declared a variable a equal to 10 and now you have given the value a equal to 5. That means the previous a will get destroyed and you have created new a with the new value 5. It does not means you have given new value 5 to the old variable a. That means whenever you declare any variable, the old variable will be destroyed and the new variable will be created. So therefore integer, float, and complex are the immutable data type. The similar manner boolean is also a mutable data type. A string is also a mutable data type. That means you cannot change a later or you cannot update any string variables. The tuples also immutable data types. That means you cannot change any elements in the tuple. Also there are some data types whose values or whose elements can be changed during the runtime, and these data types are a list. That means you can change any elements of the list during the runtime. Also there is dictionary. Dictionary, what is the dictionary? Actually it holds any element in the key value pair. You can change any value of key at any time. Similar manner you can change the value of set, you can change the value inside the numpy array, you can change the value inside the data frame. We have discussed all these data types in the class 11, but in some few next classes we will also discuss all these data types, especially list, dictionary, numpy array, data frame, string in details. But for today we will just remind these data type in briefly. Suppose you want to check the name of the data type of any object or variable, you can use the function type. As we have seen, some variable which holds some values, and you want to check which type of data type of a variable, you can use the type function in this manner. Suppose you have written type A because A holds the value 10, therefore it will print integer. Type B because you have given 12.5 to the variable B, therefore the data type automatically type B will print float. The similar manner type of C will print string, type of D will print list, type of E will print tuple, type of F will print set, type of G will print bool, which stands for boolean, type of H will print complex, and type of K will print none because K holds none. So all these were about the data types. Now I am introducing a new term which is the data structure, which is in the vast scope in your syllabus of class 12. That means you will study the data structure in details. Your syllabus mostly concise over the term data structure. So let's discuss what is the data structure. Actually you can say it is the data types and its associated operations. That means data structure is combinations of data types and some operations. Data types, as you know, we have discussed today, and some operations. The term operation means insertion operation. That means inserting any data into any data types, and deletion, that means deleting one single or multiple items from any previous data types. And this next operation is the sorting. Sorting means arranging of elements of any data types in ascending order or descending order. Searching operation means searching for an element into the any type of data types like list, like tuple, set, dictionary. And next operation is the merging operation. Merging operation means you can merge or join two similar type of object or variable, and it will result into the another variable which has the similar data types. So few next class will also revise these data type that we have just learned some name of these data type in today's classes, and next classes we will discuss about more about the data structure, and one by one the operations which can be performed over the data type which we have studied today. So till then, bye bye.